Hello everyone. My name is Sangmeshwar Kalyani, and today I would like to introduce you all to a project. Uh, Name of this project is Expense Tracker application using Python. The Expense Tracker application is a user-friendly tool that helps individuals manage their expenses effectively and make informed financial decisions. Uh, it will allow user to enter the new expenses, categorize them, and provide an overview of their spending habit. This application is designed to simplify expense tracking and budget planning. In this project, we have used some technologies like uh, first is Python, which is the core programming language used for the application's logic and functionality. Second one is SQLite library. Uh, it is used to create and manage the database for storing expense related data. Then we have created a create underscore db.py file. First of all, uh, we have imported the SQLite 3 module to work with SQLite databases. Then we have connect the expenses.db database to the SQLite using SQLite module. Then we have create a cursor object to interact with the database. Uh, then we have create a table which name is expenses. If that does not exist, you create table if not exist. Then this table has 5 columns: id, date, description, category, price, and these are their data types: integer, date, text, real, and so on. Then we will commute the changes made to the databases using this command connection dot commit. Then we will close the database connection by connection dot close. Then run this script. Yeah, it will create a database and the expenses table. Here you can see the expenses.db is created. After opening it, you can see the table expenses, and you can see the 5 columns, which is id, date, description, category, price. These are the empty columns right now. Then this expenses table will store the information about user expenses. This table will store the information about user expenses. So after that, this is the main file we have created. uh, First of all, we will import the SQLite module. Then we have set up the connection. Then we have created the cursor to interact with the database. uh, then we have created we have defined while loop to keep the application running until the user chooses to exit while true. Then we have print some statement. First is select an option, then first is enter new expense, then view expense summary. This will display all the options to the user. Then we have defined choice variable to get the input from the user in integer form. If then we have defined if statement if choice equal to 1. If the user chooses 1, then he will enter new expense. We have defined a date here and description here. User enter the date of the expense, and then he enter the description of the expense, and then we have defined the cursor dot execute select distinct category from expense. It will this command retrieve distinct categories from the expenses table. This command will retrieve the distinct categories from the expenses table. Then we have defined categories equal to cur.fetchAll. This command will fetch all the distinct categories from the database. Then we have print select a category by number. Then it will print select category by number, and this will display the categories to the user and prompt them to select a category by number. Then for loop index category in enumerate of categories, and it will print index plus 1, and it will create a new category. Then we have category underscore choice equal to int of input. Yes, it will provide the input in the form of integer. Then if user chooses to create new category using this statement, enter the new category name, and else otherwise user can assign the selected category to the category variable also using this. Then we have defined a price variable here. It will prompt the user to input the price of the expense. User can enter the price of the expense. Then using this statement, after executing this command, user insert the new expense data into the expenses table in the form of date, category, price, and we have to commit these changes. Elif, if user select choice equal to 2, then it will display additional options for the expense summary. That is, using this, user can view all expenses and view monthly expenses by category if user selects 2. And then we have defined a view choice variable here. Using this, user provide the input in the integer form. If the user chooses 1, view choice equal to 1, then it will display all the expenses, and if the user chooses 2, then it will display monthly expenses by category. So and finally here else is exit, and we have defined here repeat variable, and this will print would you like to do something else, yes oblique no. You can provide yes oblique no. If you can provide yes, then it will break, and after that we will close the connection. Then run this main.py file, and let's see what we can get. First of all, one user gives input 1, that is enter a new expense. Then it will show enter the date of the expense. You can provide any date, let's suppose 2020 January 10th January, and enter. Then it will provide enter the description of the expense. Let's say bananas and enter. Then it will select a category by number. Then we have to create a new category. Then type 1 and enter the new category name, that is food, because banana is in food category, and enter the price of the expense. Let's suppose 150. Yeah, 150. Would you like to do something else? Yes. Then select again 1, enter new expense, select again date, let's suppose 2020 January 15. Yeah, 15. And then enter the description of the expense, let's suppose skateboard. This is the description, and enter. Then we have to select a category, because skateboard is not in food category. Then you have to create new category, that's why enter 2, enter the new category name, it is a fun, yeah, skateboard, and enter. Then 300, price of the expense, skateboard, price of the skateboard, then enter. Would you like to do something else? Yes. Then enter new expense 1. Again you have to provide date 2020, 2021 February, let's suppose 25, and enter the description of the expense. You can provide groceries, yeah, and you can select category, because grocery is in food. Then we can select 1 also. We don't need to create new category. Provide 1, enter the price of the expense, groceries 120 suppose. Would you like to do something else? Yes. Would you like to add something else? Then you can add as per your choice. We have to select here is 2, because we have to view all the expense summary. Then you have to select option 1 or to view all expenses for 1. Firstly we have select 1 to view all the expenses. Then we can see all the expenses we have given here, user given here. See 1 2 3 food, fun, these are the categories, and this is the description, banana, groceries. Would you like to do something else? Yes. Now we will view expense summary by view monthly expenses by category. That's why we have to select 2. Then we have to provide month, let's suppose January 1, first month, and year 2020. If we provide this, then it will provide only 2 categories, category food and fun, total 150 and total 300 rupees, because in 2020 and January there are only 2 categories, food and fun, and price is 150 and 300, 150 and 300. Third one is not showing because it is in 2021 and February. Yes. Then you can say no. Yes, that's it. Throughout the project, in this project expense tracker application, I have gained valuable insight and learned various new things and concepts beyond Python, like database management, user interface, data visualization, the designing user input validation, budget planning logic, various things I have learned. That's all about my project. Thank you.